why this one's interesting, because of the thing that she's using to take the rind off that lemon. And the date, February 7th, 2023. So, okay, you guys, this is actually me live on here doing this part, because I had to upload this video. Oh, my cat's gonna make it fall. Oh my God, hold on. You get down. You're gonna, hold on. Okay, so me and my cat are having a war. Who gets the warm spot? So anyway, so I was going through my albums, and, you know, I always find something, and up popped this photo of this car that looks a lot like the one at Kopacka's, doesn't it? I mean, it looks a lot like it. She posted it on her Twitter on April 30th. And she put this shark picture thing on here. Like, she overlaid it like a shark bit the car or whatever. Now, you almost can take that into like a, you know, metaphor, or a, you know, whatever they call those things. Like why she laid that in there. What shark totaled her car, or maybe it's not even her car. Maybe it's someone else's car. But it was on her Twitter. And I sent it to someone and asked them, what kind of car is it? And they said it's a Subaru, but I don't know what model. And then it's, do you have a model? And I'm like, no. And it was like, I tried to find it again and I couldn't find it, but I did screenshot this part. Now, in the background, I mean, I got all the picture in here. It looks like it's fetid, like a wooded, I was going to say wooded fenced area. Fetid. It was a fetid area. But in the background, you can see that. And I don't know, you guys, I just feel it looks so much like that car that, you know, that I feel drove through the Lindow area. So I figured I'd pop it on here in my way, you know how I do that, and see if you guys could tell if it was, as I'm looking at the headlights, it looks like it might not be, it looks a little different, but by the side view, it looks so much like that car. I mean, the same color and everything. I mean, it looks so much like it. Now, here's what I'm thinking. What if, all right, this is pure speculation, my opinion only, just from what I've dove into, what we have actually seen to be true. Let's go back to, let's go way back to, what was it, 2007, let me see, 2017, I believe, when that guy called Jack Bennis, or Jack, whatever he calls him, he goes by that, because that's his P-Orn name, and he was in Pullman, and was arrested for, you know, doing something not so nice to a girl, a sorority sister, and he and another guy were arrested for it. The other guy gave up some information, so got a lighter sentence. And this guy went down for, I don't know, 9 years. He got out on good behavior. They told him he was going to get life, but he only got that much. And he's out now. He's been out for a while. But he, to me, looks like the guy that was standing by the car with the hat on. You know, the beanie, not the one that called, not the person that called the 911 call on Kopacka, but the one standing by the car. But that doesn't leave the other one free of not being brought up into this. But I got to be careful and not say that name, because he took my other video down, as far as I can tell. And because it's gone. So there's something to that, in my opinion, because that makes me believe guilt. If you're so adamant about getting something down, and it was quick too, so he's definitely watching stuff, then to me that's admitting guilt. That's how it feels to me anyway. So anywho, you've got that guy. Now let's jump to him being known for this area. So the area that he's known for, where I think he was actually from. Get this. was the same area, town actually, that Jason Olin ended up in. Now, Jason Olin was in Thurston County, up towards the Olympia, Washington area, and has a rap sheet there, even worse than down here. I mean, down here. What am I saying? Even worse than Idaho. I'm not in Idaho, so don't think I'm in Idaho. I'm not. But he's got quite the rap sheet in the Thurston County, and it's for underage as well. So now you've got that guy who is in the same town as the guy that was in prison for doing that to a sorority girl. Now Jason's now in jail or prison or whatever, not for very long, as far as I he should be, because he was also doing certain things to the sorority sisters. So he was going onto the campus, and he was touching himself and doing things like that in front of them, and not just once or twice a day. He'd do it several times a day. Yeah. The first time that he actually turned himself into the cop shop when he heard that someone was looking for him, they slapped an ankle bracelet on him and told him to get the hell out of town. Go somewhere else. That was before the Idaho4. Do you think he went to Moscow? I'm just curious. These are just questions. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he's involved. This is how you get to where you get to where you find the truth. To where you find out what really happens. You have to ask questions. You have to speculate in certain parts, and you have to ask other people to help you. Now, whenever I started shouting out about this Jason guy, nobody listened to me. I mean, I had to shout and shout and shout and shout. Finally, somebody, I don't know if it was, maybe the news put it out there that he did something or other, but before that, it was all in the news, but nobody even talked about it. Now, he does home improvement. He calls himself a carpenter. He's got his own company. He goes around fixing things. All right? And that was one possibility that we all talked about, or I talked about. Maybe I feel it's all we now, which is good. I like that team. But his middle name is Carpenter. He goes by Jason Carpenter Olin. Yeah. So what if he fixed something at that house? What if he did? Okay. There's just that. Now, he's been in all those towns around there because he's got a police record in all of those towns, like a lot of them, the small towns that surround that town, Moscow. I'm wondering if maybe he is one of the ones that was protected by the church. Quite possibly. Same with the other one, the J Couch one. They took down that video fast. That one was freaking gone. Fast. Really fast. And they claimed I was cyberbullying and harassing. I wasn't doing anything of the sort. If that was the case, oh my God. Can you imagine the people out there, who are really doing that? And they're not, and they're being allowed to do it. We know one in particular that's done it over and over and over and over again and continues to come up and do it. And that doesn't seem to matter, but I get it. Anyway, I'm not complaining. It wasn't a strike against my channel at all. It was just they just took it off. They just confiscated it. Who confiscated it? I don't know, because they don't tell me. But it seems pretty obvious to me, especially both videos all in the same time frame. Interesting. So now you've got DR from Pullman. He is from Pullman. His rap sheet is from Pullman, for the most part. He's got it elsewhere too, but from Pullman. And, and you can see with Emma how she has been with him, and then they're taking photos in empty rooms, just like we saw in the body cam of Kopacka, that video. Empty rooms. She's in empty rooms. Dem's in empty rooms. Dem people are in empty rooms. All of them are somewhere near an empty room. Could it be possible that Dem is also promoting Jack Venice maybe. And since I heard a little somebody say, is that now Emma is not just doing, yacht, swimsuit yacht things and as well as other things, but also doing movies. Now, I don't know that for sure. That's pure speculation. It's hearsay, all the above. But you have to think about this. What is what she was doing prior to this lead to? It leads to just that, right? That's the next step. I mean, if you're going to go and make more money and you're going to go what they consider up in the world, that is the next step. So could she possibly be doing these with that guy that was in Pullman who did that to that sorority girl? I'm not talking about the carpenter. I'm talking about the other guy. And if that's the case, what the heck is going on over there? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. And get this. Here's another thing I need to talk to you about. So, now, Emma, God only knows who her dad or who her mom or whoever is. But Cindy Barnhart, made a Facebook. This is all public. I'm getting this all publicly. I'm not doing any background checks on any of this. This is all public stuff. You guys could find it just like I did. So the Cindy quite possibly was married to Emma's dad, and that's how Emma and her had this connection. Now, since she's been married a few times, so she goes through them. Anyway, Tarot 1111, Mama D did some diving and found a Paul Bailey that works at the university who is into like sports medicine, some type of sports medicine doctor athlete stuff. Okay, let's just think on that scenario. Let's stick him right there in University of Idaho with amongst the athletes, right? And let's add Emma as his daughter, just for pure speculation, just to kind of like. Just to see how it goes. Now you've got Cindy, who is the stepmom, who used to be the wife of this Paul. And so Emma's her stepdaughter, basically, right? So Cindy does cheerleading. She teaches cheerleading and coaching and dance lessons and that kind of thing for the schools. It looks like for the school, like they have like elite. It's called elite cheerleading or something like that. But I can't really play the videos. They've got the videos. You can look them up. I could probably add a link into the description, and you guys can watch them, and you'll know what I'm talking about. But when it comes along with the music, I have to literally be so careful. I have uploaded videos, have to take them down, upload them, take them down, just to get rid of certain things in my videos to be so that I can get them for you guys to see. Now, I didn't know this when I first started, and I have so many copyrights, and I didn't know. I mean, I'm so green to this. I'm learning though. So here you've got her teaching these young girls. I'm talking these girls. They look just like the pageant girls, put it that way. Except they're doing dancing and flipping, and they're athletes on top of it. So they're athletes and they're pageant girls, all wrapped into one. So now you got that scenario, right? Now add on OnlyFans. Add on athletes. Add on sugar babies. Add on promoter. But that's not all you get to add on there. You also get to add in Lake Campbell, who his dad is now married to Cindy. He's also running for office, some type of political thing there in Moscow. Go figure. Like we didn't need that, right? So you've got that. Now you've got Lake, his photos. He's friends with everybody. Cindy actually made a Facebook post when this happened in the Idaho4 when it first happened, saying that her stepson lived there 5 months before the murders. 5 months, that's all. So that means all those other girls were living in there, and he was there. So now think about this. You've got him now living or being very close to Cindy now because she's also married to his dad. You got his dad running for political office, right? Now you've got Cindy's ex-husband, Paul, in the university in sports medicine or whatever it may be. Something to do with athletes and science and sports and something. I haven't done my deep dive to that one. I just watched Mama D's thing. And I could probably link her stuff in there too, in my description too. Talking about this, I haven't done the deep dive. She's the one that I got this information from. So thank you for that, Mama D. So Cindy apparently is still teaching these teams, these elite cheerleading that go to competitions and win. And if you look at these girls, and Emma was in there when she was little, like she was young, and she stayed in there. Her sister Aiden also is in there, who also seems to be an OnlyFans girl. And she's down south. She's in like LA or something like that. And so you add all those up with Lake, and that's what I'm going to tell you. So on Lake's IG, Instagram, he's got photos with Caden, the one who's passed, right? By the hands of, allegedly, what it seems quite absolutely to be true, by the hands of Emma and Dem. Yet they are no longer in jail. They were free from that, They weren't charged. And then you have, in one of the photos, Jason. Jason was a criminology student, a double major in criminology, by the way, and also in criminal psychology. He was to graduate last December with those degrees. But he's no longer with us either. He was a friend of Lake's. So now you've got this little triangle. Not triangle, this is a circle. This is a family circle, is what it looks like to me. Where does that lead? I don't know. I'm asking you guys, because to me, this isn't, I know it's a small town. Yeah, I know it's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows what everybody's talking about. Everybody knows when everybody took a crap that morning. What their favorite coffee is. What their favorite, like hazelnut or French vanilla. Doesn't matter. They all know each other, right? Whatever, they know what's going on in that town. So why the fuck didn't they know what happened on November 13th? Good question, huh? I think that's a very good question. And a very good reason to question the question. Don't get me started on the 911 call. I've been screaming about that one from the rooftops forever. I've been also screaming about the people on the hill, who also have a lot of weird connections, which I will go into that in another video, because this one's already getting up to 21 minutes, and I still have part of this video to play. So this is a video I made earlier, and I needed say some things on here. Obviously, a lot more than I intended to, as usual. So I'm just going to play this the way it is, the rest of it. And I just wanted to explain this car in here. And so now that I've done that and done much more than I intended, I'm going to let this play out and get it up so you guys can watch it. All right? Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you all are having a great, is it Saturday today? I think it might be Saturday. Let me double check. So I know I'm make sure. It is, it's Saturday, cool. All right. I'm caught up. Before I was like, I think I was behind like 2 days for a long time. Anywho, okay, so that's it. I'm going to let this go. I like that face that left it on right here at the spot. Oh, okay. Oh, by the way, the picture in the background prior to this, or is it my other one? Oh no, it's my other video that's coming up. It's a tile that I painted myself. It's a mermaid. So I just want to let you guys know, in case you guys are wondering. So now you'll know. So this one's going to come up first. That way you'll know in advance if you watch this one first. Okay. Thanks you guys so much. You all rock, and I appreciate you. Bye-bye. Oh, don't forget to hit the like button. And sub if you're not subbed. You know, here's the interesting thing. I looked at analytics, and I'm almost half and half. I've got, see, is there a little bit more than non-subbed people watch me than, no, I think I'm a little bit higher in my subs that watch me than the non-subs, but it's a close race. Like, it's really, really, really close. So basically half the people out there that watch my channel consistently, like really consistently, aren't subbed to me. So hey, you guys out there, if you could, would you please sub? It actually gets this information out there to others quicker and in a wider span, you know, like, and also YouTube will pump it up and like get me in the algorithm, I guess is what I'm just repeating what other people say. This is, I mean, I haven't studied it too much. I'm barely into that studio, the back YouTube studio thing, and looking at it confuses the heck out of me. You could click on literally everything in there and it takes you somewhere else, and trying to back out of there is something else. So anyway, I need one of those beep buttons. Anyway, all right, I will chat with y'all right, huh? Okay, bye.